How's it going, P2P? I said, how's it going, P2P? We are here from so many different places and for so many unique reasons. And the tie that binds us together, as I see it, is that shared reaction to the fact that today groups of people are targeted for mass murder, rape, other forms of violence because of who they are. So many of us have read about it or watched it or witnessed it with our own eyes and had that same reaction. This is not okay. Not in this world, not while we can do something about it. And so there's an urgency to your presence here. Many of you have dropped other commitments. You've made sacrifices that impacted friends and family. Perhaps most importantly, you've given so much of your intellectual, emotional, and even physical energy to end these atrocities. Today they continue. What do we make of that despite our best efforts, our goals are unmet? That the problems we set about to address have changed, but are ultimately unresolved? That there is so much work left to be done. Let's start with this very simple truth. We alone cannot stop genocide and mass atrocities. There are too many other factors at work. There are too many other actors on the scene. We are limited by the indirectness of our power. There is very, very few cases where we have direct influence with the perpetrators. We are continually looking for other entities with whom we have influence. Our government, our pension funds, our cell phone makers, and asking them to put pressure on the perpetrators. And yet, without you, those in government working against atrocities, those on the ground working against atrocities, those even among the perpetrators who could be our allies, are alone. Without you, maybe they are never awakened. Without you, their voices are not reinforced. Without you, they lose time and time and time again to the powerful forces of status quo, to the forces of risk aversion, to the forces of a narrow national interest. That makes us an indispensable yet insufficient piece of the puzzle. We are necessary, but we can't do it all by ourselves. I've come to believe that there are two things expected of each of us. The first is to keep a lifetime commitment to this cause. The second is to work with our friends here to seize those big moments that come at this movement. A lifetime commitment. I'm not talking about staying on an email list forever and showing up to this conference every year. Obviously, those things are important. What I'm talking about, though, is that whatever we do and wherever we go, carrying with us a vision of the world without genocide and mass atrocities, carrying with us a faith that that world will come about, and whatever opportunities life presents for us, acting on that faith. This will take so many different forms. Some of us will be strategists. Some of us will be messengers. Some of us will be lobbyists. Some of us will be all those things. All of us will stay the course in our own ways and at our own pace. But there are some moments that can only be seized if we all come together at one time, because not all moments are created equal. There are some times when our power to make change is enhanced, and there are some times when the threat to our vision of a world without genocide and mass atrocities is greater than usual. I'm thinking about 1994, about April 7th, 8th, 9th, when the first 10,000 Rwandans were killed, and the next 790,000 who were going to be killed still awaited their fate. I'm thinking about a moment in the future when a divided U.S. Congress gets ready to vote yes or no on a new law that would cost money and that would commit the United States to new risks, but would also be the first meaningful step to have the United States government prevent genocide and mass atrocities. These are the moments that we need to seize, and these are the moments that can only be seized if we act together. So let me find out whether these expectations resonate with you. If you're ready and excited to seize those big moments, can you please just raise one hand? Just raise one hand. If you're going to leave this conference and work to end atrocities in Congo, in Sudan, in Burma, won't you raise the other hand? If you have faith in a world without genocide, that we will live to see such a world, stand up, please. Get on your feet, P2P. If you are going to do everything in your power to bring about that day, make some noise, P2P. If you're going to do everything in your power, make some noise. Let them hear you, P2P. Let them hear you in Capitol Hill, P2P. Let them hear you on Pennsylvania Avenue, P2P. Let them hear you in every corner of this country, in every corner of this world. So it won't be easy. The road will be long, but it's the right one. It leads to something better. And as you've just seen, you won't be traveling it alone. Thank you for all that you've done. Thank you for being here. Thank you for all that you will do tomorrow and all the tomorrows to come.